What's happening? What's going on? Happy Tuesday. That's what it is. Happy Tuesday, everybody. What's going on? K Mega 405 coming to you live from the 405. I'm just your regular gamer, talking to the intelligent gamer. Here back with my thoughts. Got a couple of announcements to make. Today, looking at some things going in the future. For one, I got hit up by my boy Viper, and he came up with an idea. And so I'm going to sit out the back signal to the GRG fam. What's happening with you, Megatron? Long time no see, brother. Been a long time no see. How you doing? Salute to you, brother. Anyway, but he was over here like, hey, the update. See, I really wanted to go to the Fan Fest. I got an invite to it, but I got a procedure, a doctor procedure I got to do that following like that Friday, and it's going to take about 48 hours for me to kind of recover, like, so I can't fly. So anyway, but I was really appreciative of getting that invite. I really wanted to go, but I couldn't go because I have a doctor's procedure I needed to take care of. And so I couldn't make it. But what Viper came up with was an opportunity for me to actually stream the Xbox event. I've never done it. I've always kind of jumped around. I went with like when Xbot did it, or Don did it, or when 108 Dragons did it, or somebody else did it. I always hop in on their feed. But he's like, hey man, you know what I'm saying? Just something to get some GRG stuff going. So I'm going to send a bat signal to the fellas and to the ladies, see if anybody wants to come through, and we'll see if we can get some people together and try to have a GRG-esque event situation. I've never done those type of things, so it will be fun. And especially with the first time that I'm doing something, something's always going to mess up. So I will try it though. So it should be cool, but I'm going to try to do that. I wish I could do that. But shout out to everybody that's going to be there at that Fan Fest. The team out there that got it together with Hargeet and the rest of them, man, that is a beautiful thing for the community. When I was on Web Dave's podcast the other week, to hear them talk about it and things like that's where it's at. I mean, you know, I would hope any and everybody does that. Honestly, I hate that Xbox is getting rid of it. But again, like I've said, Xbox is on their demon arc right now. They're kind of like, we're not trying to listen to any of this. Too much inconsistency on some of the people that we followed, we've listened to ideas, things of that nature. We're just going to do it our way. We're going to make this money. And again, that's business is for you. So you can't sit here and be pissed off about a business want to make more money or want to go in other directions when certain directions ain't working the way that people and everybody's pulling you along and this, that, and the third. I'm not trying to say that Xbox in the right of a lot of stuff, because I do not agree with some of the things that Xbox has done, but I also understand that it's a business at the end of the day. And it's just no different than what PlayStation is going to do by follow Xbox, like they have been, and what Nintendo does, which, you know, you have people that aren't big, huge Nintendo fans. Maybe they like to buy Nintendo and play Nintendo games, but their community is not really coming out in arms about the price hikes for their games. So it is what it is. But going on with that. But anyway, finally, ladies and gentlemen, finally, Fight Night is going to return. I promise you. I've been saying it for the last, I don't know how many months, and I was supposed to get ready to go do something. I've been dealing with a lot of stuff, trying to make sure that I took care of my mom. Then she passed away last year and stuff, but I wanted to make sure that I got everything from her funeral expenses, which that was taken care of, but it was, you know, getting that headstone, that was a little bit more expensive than I thought, and then just getting that all settled and everything else. And so that's finally done. So I finally got some peace on that. Doctor's appointments is kind of slowed down now. So now I can finally go back to having a schedule. And even though you might see me playing the hell out of Call of Duty or something, it's usually I'm just sitting there trying to get my mind right on some things, and then I'm trying to get back on track and trying to do other stuff that's going on throughout the day or whatever. Get my mind right. But Fight Night's coming back. I'm finna do it here coming up Thursday after the Thunder game. So if the Thunder win or lose, I don't know. You'll see how my demeanor is. I might get back in there and get crazy and start wanting to beat some ass. And especially that my boy Viper went ahead and got Jump Force, so I need to do the bat signal with Yobi so we can go do some Jump Force. But there's tons of other fighters out there that I've been wanting to show. I've been talking about it, and I have said I was going to do this and do that, and I haven't done it. I apologize for that, but we're finna start getting back on track, especially with this. The idea is for me when I try to do another podcast coming up here, that's still going on, but I've put that on hold. It's still going to come, but yeah. Life first, man. Life first. But anyway, let me read some of what's going on with Chili. He said maybe 2 years of Val will come to Epic Games for free too. He says, there we go, Stanley. What's happening with you, Verge? Yeah. As you in this game in the background right here, it's the demo to Blades of Fire. Of course, anytime I can give my opinions on a game, but I'd rather let you see the gameplay itself and you could judge from it. The game is not bad at all. It's actually pretty fun. I caught myself kind of like, man, is this like a Souls-like game? It's not. It's a learning curve for sure, especially when you want to learn how to forge. You'll see that the more you'll see through the gameplay. The enemies can be very difficult. In the beginning, especially if you don't have your weapon, or you got to look at different stances that you can get into and things of that nature. So I'm kind of in an advanced kind of stage right now. So you see me kind of wiping through a couple of these enemies pretty quick. But at first, when you first start, it kind of breaks you in. But again, I'm playing on a harder difficulty. It's got an easy mode, so if people want to give it a try, and the game is not bad at all. It's not bad at all. It's actually kind of fun. There's some scenes that it's someone it look like it's kind of like an older type game, but then like when it gets into the deeper part of the story, that you see the graphic style that I kind of dig. It's not bad at all. Like I said, I caught myself playing that demo for hours. So if I'm playing and investing into it, then that means it's a game that I'm definitely going to pick up at some point. So anyway, let's get to it. There's a lot of things I want to discuss. I think I'm going to start off first talking about Mortal Kombat right fast. Well, about NetherRealm Studios. I want to just kind of get that out the way. As a fighter fan, I got to sit here and start talking about fighters. I'm going to start doing that more often too. Start talking about my fighters, upcoming fighters, things of that nature. But I want to kind of touch on something that I was listening to the rumors or reading the rumors that's been floating around about another Injustice finna come out. And then I seen that probably the biggest fighting content creator out there, which is Maximilian Dude, give his thoughts about why he doesn't think that that's going to happen. And he thinks that it's going to be just more Mortal Kombat games coming forth. Now, if you remember, Warner Brothers was, there was a slew of different studios out there and publishers that were saying that they're not going to, especially like EA, Ubisoft, Warner Brothers. They've kind of was breaking down and saying, look, we gotta. We can't just take chances on certain games because after what happened with Suicide Squad, a game that I thought that was really fun to play, I wished people gave it more of a chance because the story was really fire. And the gameplay loop, the 4 players. I mean, you can still play it now, but I mean, it's fun. It's just a fun game, and to me, that's one of the main reasons of playing a video game is to have fun. But people got all in the crawl because it wasn't a Batman game and it's different from what they want from Rocksteady, whatever the case may be. But the game did not do well. So they lost a lot of money from it. And so now you look and see what the moneymaker, the big moneymaker is Mortal Kombat, which is from NetherRealm. It did not do as well as they were projecting. And a lot of people come with this opinion about, you think it's great? Yeah, it's fun, Stanley. Yeah, Blades of Fire is pretty damn good, man. It's pretty damn good, and especially when you start fighting trolls and all the other goddamn troll. That big bastard right there was giving me problems there. But anyway, you'll see it. the issue that I don't, the issue that I have with Mortal Kombat 1, it does play very different. It has this substitution style type of way and linking combos and all that, which it looks really, really pretty when you really get it together. Or you playing somebody that's really advanced at it. There's some few times that I could put a couple of links together. Not like it's one of the fighters that I play the most, but it does. But the one thing that disappointed me about Mortal Kombat 1 was the lobby system. The lobby system was awful. It still is awful. I haven't played it in a while, but if they've done some improvements to it, it'd be great. But the lobby system, like, I'm sitting there for forever waiting for a match. And you know what I'm saying? Like, and I mean, I've tried it on Steam, I've tried it on Xbox, and I'm just like, come on, man, where the players at? And it's not like there isn't players there. It's just that the system, it was just like what happened with Tekken 7. And that's what made me try to back off from Tekken 7 because I'm sitting there waiting for a match, and I know that there's people out there playing. You know what I mean? It's really crazy. Once they did a patch later on towards the end of the life cycle of once, right before Tekken 8 came out, then the online got better. But I don't know if Mortal Kombat 1's going to do a patch to get it better. I have no idea. The one reason why I'm bringing this up is that there's people that's now starting to say that there's Mortal Kombat fatigue. I don't know if there is, if there could be. I mean, if they dropped another Mortal Kombat today, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna buy it. You know, I mean, I like Mortal Kombat like that, but I understand the sentiment to it, right? Like, I mean, especially when you do some big changes like you have with Mortal Kombat 1, and when you look at the big success, which was really weird to me, because there was a lot of people that, or I should say, fighting fans that did not like Mortal Kombat 11. I loved Mortal Kombat 11. I thought Mortal Kombat 11 was steady. Yeah, it was slower, but Mortal Kombat X was just broken. There's characters that's just absolutely broken. Right? It was very annoying to me. It's probably my least favorite Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat, and I know that might be sacrilegious to some, but it was just broken as hell. And then of course I didn't like how they did my boy Kung Lao in that version. I didn't like neither version of Kung Lao in Mortal Kombat X, but he was perfect in Mortal Kombat 11, and he's good in Mortal Kombat 1. I just don't know. I think Mortal Kombat is not, and 1 is a good fighter. It's just, the one thing about Mortal Kombat is that it's a casual fighting game. Like, the casuals will go and buy that game in abundance, more so for maybe the story than it is for than it is for maybe playing people online. But, and it also for like when you want to do the towers and things like that and playing with friends locally. But Mortal Kombat 11 had everything that you wanted. The guest characters were perfect, and I don't have a problem with all of the guest characters in Mortal Kombat 1. I thought it was cool, but it's just that if it's a reboot, and then you do the things that with the storyline when you have like the continuation, and then how the continuation ended, and then the online issues. The casual market is going to be looking at it kind of like, this is a little bit too complicated for me. You know, like, I mean, and that may sound like that sucks, like for people who really do like Mortal Kombat 1, but it's a definitely different learning curve. And when people just want to come in, want to play, tap some buttons, learn a couple of moves and keep it pushing, that's what made Mortal Kombat 11, I think, the success that it was. Because I think that is the biggest selling Mortal Kombat. I think that is the biggest selling Mortal Kombat. I need to go in. I need to check it. But it sold gangbusters. It sold absolute gangbusters. Gaming Together podcast. What's happening with you? It's this is called Blades of Fire. It's coming out. It's coming out Thursday. It's coming out Thursday. This is a really fun game. Like I said, I liked it. I wanted to give it a shot because it caught my interest. But it is there's a demo for it. You could go and check it out. It's on Xbox, it's on PC. I'm sure it's on Xbox, PC, PlayStation. Definitely check it out. I do not know if you would think that the demo would be on PC, but I don't know. I don't know that for sure. This is me playing it on Xbox. So it's cool. It's really cool. I call my, like I said in the beginning. This game is it's not soul. It's got a learning curve, but it's all about how you forge your weapons. And there will be a part in here, I'm sure, where the more I'm talking, that you'll see me forge weapons. I'm still trying to understand that dynamic of how to forge weapons. But when you forge your weapons, you make them stronger, and for how many enemies you kill, things of that nature, that you can get other type of special weapons, and then you can lay waste to fools. Because this game also has this kind of way that you kind of need to go back and go find other secret areas. Even though it's kind of linear-ish, as you can see, like, had kind of like that God of War type of vibe, where it's not open world, it's semi a little bit, but there's a lot of hidden places there to where you can find different perks to help out with your forging materials, things of that nature. It's a cool game. Like like I said, I definitely want to get my hands on the full game at some point. But anyway, that's why I'm showing the gameplay. But yeah, just my last point on talking about the Mortal Kombat thing. I would hate that if Warner Brothers. Oh, and also my last point to this, and where I think what Mortal Kombat 1 was in such a bad, what did not do as well. The one factor is, like, I think it's the learning curve of the combat, which I think that there's characters that's easy enough so somebody could jump in and learn and try to do the cameos and stuff like that. But what the other thing is the monetization. See, these companies have to understand. We understand that they want money, right? But now, as much as, like, we look at a game like NBA 2K, they've taken it too far. And that's exactly what I think that they've done with it. Again, when you're talking about monetization, and then you care more about wanting to get an extra dollar from us, instead of having the online being as proper as it needs to be, to when you find in matches, that says something. Like, your direction just isn't where it needs to be. And I understand that NetherRealm does not have they can't sit there, and they may not like it, but the one thing of it is that they got to do what the main company tells them to do. And so I think that that's what hurt Mortal Kombat 1 in the first place, because they're already doing the definitive edition, which that kind of usually goes is when they do the definitive edition that they're kind of done. There was already speculation that they were not going to do any more DLC. And I did like the last pack of characters. I thought the weakest one was Conan, but Conan's not bad either. The character that surprised me the most, that I've caught myself liking, was it Scareface? What's the goddamn guy that got the ghost mask? I forget what his name is from the movie Scream. He's pretty badass. I have not played the T2 yet, because, like, I haven't played Mortal Kombat 1 in a while. But I need to play and get to try him out. And so anyway, that's what Fight Night's for. So we can go ahead and you can see these characters and things of that nature. But I think that that's probably the biggest problem here, is that these companies, they want to nickel and dime these gamers. And for people who are fans of these games like I am, yeah, I want new skins, I want new things, but I also don't want to feel like I'm getting robbed. And this is the one reason why I didn't even buy I bought 2K. I have bought NBA 2K every year, day one, for, I can't tell you how. I mean, shit, going back to when it was on the Dreamcast. Last year was the first year that I waited until Black Friday. That was the first time, because I'm like, nah, man, I'm not. The monetization thing has gotten way out of hand. I don't mind paying a little extra money here and there for some extra stuff here and extra stuff there. But it's almost kind of like, even when you're doing your season mode and things like that, it's kind of still promoting for you to want to buy something, spend more money in order for me to do this and that and the third. And I'm just not, you know what I'm saying? I kind of got like, nah, not, and I'm not losing interest on NBA 2K. I'm just at the point to where it's like, you know what? if I decide that I want to spend some more extra money on it, I'm not going to buy it full price. And so that might be one of those things where, and especially after playing a game like college football, the NCAA college football last year, and how it did not go do the monitor. It just was perfect. It was perfect. It felt old school-esque, jumping in, playing it, had a great time, so much content, played, I don't know how many, 16 seasons? Like 16, 17 seasons. It just loved it, right? Like that needs some of that back again. Don't mind some monetization, but not to the degree of what some of these companies really are asking for gamers these days. It just doesn't make any sense. So yeah, anyway, what's happening with you? She said, kinda same though. I haven't properly invested into it as well. So there must have to be conversation in there. Oh, talking about quick resume and stuff like that. Anyway, all right. So that was enough about the fighting game stuff. I just, I don't want. I hope it's injustice. I really do. I hope it's injustice and not Mortal Kombat. Because I think that what you do is when you got what Insomniac is going through right now, where they got another Spider-Man, and when these companies do other stuff, it kind of gets them back to bring some vigor back to the franchise, a beloved franchise that they've been a part of from the get. And when you're just kind of told to keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over again without a break, then it kind of puts a situation in, especially if you have a company that if they primarily just makes one game, then that's a different story. But if they don't want to make another game, that's a different story. But if it's something where they do want to make more different fighters or different storyline games, or if they just want to flip the script and make something different out of their wheelhouse, then I think that publishers should do it. But I understand that it's all about the money. It's all about the money. It's all about the money, which is kind of crazy, but it's not crazy. It's understandable, but it's crazy in the fact that, yeah, it's just some weird times right now. This timeline is crazy as hell right now. There's no question about it. Let me see what somebody says. My PS5 is about to find its way out of the main setup until Antifa release. Antenna and Nana. Oh, that's right. I have seen that game. That game did look pretty good. But isn't that a game that's on everything, or is that just a PlayStation 5 release only? I don't know. Well, it most likely might come to PC as well, but I don't know. But yeah, I forgot about that game. There's a lot of games that's coming out that I definitely want. But anyway, I don't know. Let me go on here and move on to, I'll talk about Marathon here later. Let me go ahead and talk about this Doom situation. And as you can see, like, I played Doom. I posted me playing the first chapter. Plan on getting back on it. If you know, I'm not the biggest Doom player. I've never beaten one. I've gotten the furthest I've gotten was the Doom 2016, when they first redone Doom. Liked it. The Eternal. Everybody loves Eternal. I've played Eternal. I'm not, and it's not like I don't like those games. It's just that I like Wolfenstein better. I like Wolfenstein is more up my speed. I'd rather shoot the shit out of Nazis than demons. But you know what I'm saying. But I don't mind beating the demon's ass. But Doom is just one of those games. Like, everybody loves Doom. It's kicked ass, but it's still, I don't know. I don't know what it is about me and Doom. It's not. I like it, but it's not like it's something that if I have to play it right when it drops. So when it released, jumped on. Had a good time with it. It's cool, but I was seeing people here talking about the Steam numbers, and that's the thing that just trips me out about this whole situation about just gaming. I mean, we've been hearing this for a long time, like, but it's all numbers, and I've got caught up into talking about it as well. But then I'm just sitting back looking at it, and I'm just sitting here like, well, look at these Steam numbers. We don't understand. This might be the worst Doom. Really? Like, I mean, we were just looking at how many people were hyped for the game, right? When it was announced. And then how many people were so excited about the game when it was getting ready to release. And then all of a sudden, here you talk about numbers. And I don't know, and I do know. But it just baffles my mind that even though, and this is what I've said before about PlayStation stands. I've said it, and just Xbox haters in general. It doesn't matter what Xbox does. There's going to be a reason for for Xbox to be attacked. And now it's like, well, Game Pass is squandered Doom, and Game Pass is the reason why Doom is not selling the way it is. And then now I'm seeing a report, which I don't know if it's true or not, that it was the best selling in the time span of when, that there's other weird warning. Who the hell cares? Really, honestly, do you like Doom? Yes or no? Are you enjoying Doom? Yes or no? That's all it is. That's what's it about. Are you enjoying it? Are you enjoying the game? What I played, I enjoyed. I posted it. I posted me going through the first chapter. I said, "Oh, this is wild. This is wild. It's cool." I'm going to kind of bounce between Assassin's Creed Shadows and Doom and Call of Duty, because I don't know what it is about me and Call of Duty. I have been losing my mind playing Call of Duty here lately. I haven't played this much Call of Duty since Modern Warfare 2 and Advanced Warfare. Like the first Modern Warfare 2, not the recent one that came out. We're talking about Modern Warfare 2 back on the 360. Like that, bro, I am no joke on that COD. like nobody's business. I got all my assault rifles diamonds. I'm starting on getting gold. I got me a gold sniper. Got me a couple of gold SMGs. Bro, I am losing my mind. I should say this morning. I played till this morning. Just got all the tax to diamond. Or got them completed. Got all those things completed. Bro, it's nuts how much I've been playing this COD. I really do like this COD. I like this COD a lot. So like whatever the new COD's going to be, it's probably going to be disappointing. And I haven't even played the story mode yet, and I haven't even played the zombies yet. I've just been on number multiplayer going in. That's it. That it's crazy how much I've been enjoying this Call of Duty. But yeah, I'm finna bounce around those 3 games. So I'm enjoying what I played with Doom. So I don't think that, and again, Game Pass is the reason why I'm playing Doom. Because what was more important to me was getting the Capcom fighting collection too. So it was that option, and then of course Expedition 33, which I'm going to give that's going to be what I'm going to end the stream with, is talking to you guys about my thoughts about Expedition 33, beating that, and my thoughts on that. And South of Midnight, just come on now, yeah, no. Anyway, it's been a fantastic year for Xbox, for Game Pass. Gaming in general for this year has been fabulous. Last year was absolutely fabulous. So there's no complaints in the gaming space at all. Like, it's just plenty out there to play. On top of, backlogs is even more deeper and more crazy. But yeah, I know this ain't gonna happen anytime soon. But man, we got to get back to the gaming. Too much about numbers and who's doing well, who's not doing well. It's really getting out of hand. And now you're waiting, and now there's fools that's waiting for the demise of a popular franchise because they're looking at one entity, which is Steam numbers, and then it was just no different than what they were doing with Assassin's Creed Shadows. Oh, look at these numbers. Look at these. And then you found out that Assassin's Creed Shadows is highly successful, very successful, regardless of what those racist grifters were trying to pull and bullshit ass anti whatever people. Same thing. This Doom is going to do well. Is it going to do as good as Eternal? I don't know. Who knows? When the numbers come out about Game Pass, then if the numbers are huge, are massive on players playing it on Game Pass, then that's a huge success for Game Pass. But of course, then what? Doom is Game Pass fodder? What is happening? I don't know. I know it's been around. I know that I'm looking at stands and just people in general, like I said, that just have a problem with Xbox, that just comes out and just says just any damn thing for corny shit, just corny. Just like, are you playing the game? But then on the flip side, it's really wild. Like, they'll sit there and they'll talk all this garbage, right? They'll talk all this garbage. And then on the flip side, you'll see them showing gameplay of them playing the game. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense, because that means you either bought it or you playing it on Game Pass. And when I looked on my Xbox and looking at names, and when I first boot up my Xbox, and I see some of these jokers out here that was over there talking about, oh, this game might not be doing well. This is not the same. It's not as good as blah, 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 blah. Game Pass is diluted the game and all this and the third, but you're playing it. So if something is diluted, if you have been a big fan of it, why are you still playing it? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's the goddamn Twilight Zone. You said Richili said there is many reasons K-Mega. Doom Eternal released in 2020 when we were all indoors. Eternal was very well optimized, and also you don't need ray scamming to run it. My 1070 Ti can't start the game. Okay, listen, I'm just gonna have to say it like this: if you ain't got an Xbox, if you're at a point to where your PC is not handling these games coming up, then play it on your Xbox if you ain't got an Xbox, or play it on your PlayStation if you got a PlayStation. If you got a PlayStation. Because at this point, if you're still having an issue with this, that, and the third, they're letting you know that these games has gotten so much more advanced, and if you're talking about the optimization of this, that, and whatever, I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and try to hot side, because it works fine on my PC, but it also plays fine on Xbox. I don't know. Like I'm saying, if it's no different than Black Myth Wukong. Black Myth Wukong didn't play well on PC nor PlayStation. I didn't hear this. I heard a little uproar, but I didn't hear no uproar like I'm hearing about Doom. Now I know that Black Myth Wukong is a brand new title and it's not known, but it's the game that I felt that should have won Game of the Year. And it will be a franchise. There's no question. The game sold well. So I don't know. There's plenty of reasons for this issue as well. But I'm saying, if you still got old hardware, if you got, you know what I'm saying, if you still got old hardware and the hardware is not pumping, then it's time to upgrade. It's just time to upgrade. That's why I went ahead and I did it. Now I know not everybody can afford going up and doing that. That's the reason why I didn't go and try to get the 50 series. I kind of was a little suspicious about the 50 series for a moment, because at first I was saying, okay, yeah, I'm gonna get a 5080. Go ahead and do that. And then I'm like, hold up, I'm not seeing enough about this stuff. They're being very secretive about this. And now we're finding out the 50 series is not living up to the billing. So the people who has a 4090, they real good. I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm playing it. It's not, I'm not even using DLSS. So I don't know. I don't know. But I do have a 4080. So it could be that. But I can't, you know what I'm saying? But play it on your Xbox, play it on your PlayStation. And then if you say, well, I don't want that, well, you at least it's going to work properly there. You saying the game can't run on your PC, well, that's the whole reason for options. That's why you don't ever I never that's why it's I don't ever trip about, oh man, this game ain't running this way, that way, and the third because it's not doing this and that. Hell, if the game is going to play better on a console than it is on a PC, then that's where I'm going to play it at. If it's 30 frames per second, if it's 40 frames per second, if it's 60, if it's 120, I don't care. The only time I care about that is when, like I said, racers, fighters, shooters. That's it. Story games like that. And I understand that Doom is a shooter game, but it's a single player game. It's not, if, you know what I'm saying? If it's a co-op game that's 30 frames per second, I'm not tripping about that. Like when people going crazy about Redfall, oh, it can't be this and that. Well, I got you. Should it have been day one? Yes, but it's not there. But it's a co-op shooter. It's not like you playing PvP. That's to me is inexcusable. You know you need to get as much frames for a competitive scene than you do for going against AI. And I understand that there's people that are sticklers about it, and I'm not trying to tell you that you can't be. But I'm just sitting here like, well, it ain't running on this old hardware. It's just no different than like somebody trying to say from my perspective. And like I said, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I'm just saying this from my perspective. But that's just like somebody telling me, well, Doom Dark Ages ain't running on my Xbox One X properly. You know what I mean? Like that's how I look at it. Like it might be time to go ahead and upgrade. You know what I'm saying? And yes, I understand that the consoles is ridiculously expensive for being out for 4 or 5 years already. But that's where a Series X come in. That's where something, going to a pawn shop or something like that and catching a deal somewhere, going on eBay or something, finding a deal. So like, I get it, but I don't. You said you're going to ride. Sappho said I'm going to ride out my 3080 until it dies. I mean that's cool too. Like as long as it's run, if you playing it, then it's cool. If you are trying to boot it up and that shit ain't working, now if it's got to do something with drivers or something of that nature, then I'm understanding that. But if it's because your hardware is not holding up, then man, it's time. Brothers and sisters, it's time. It's time. It's no different than a console. It really isn't. We're not. How is that? You can't have nobody talking about, man, I can't play Doom Dark Ages on my PlayStation 4. Well, you understand why, right? I mean, hell, we just seen how the situation happened with people trying to play Cyberpunk 77 on older hardware, and how that was so bad that PlayStation stopped selling the game. And yes, the game was not. The game had its bugs. It had issues. I had it on I had it on the Series X, and there was very few bugs, but there were bugs. But the game mostly ran fine. So I don't know, man. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not trying to throw shade at your situation. If you're mad about it, you're mad about it. But I'm just saying, but damn, if you get to a point to where the games are not performing, the best thing to do is just to upgrade your PC, brother. But if you don't want to, then I don't know. I don't know what to tell you on that. I don't know what to tell you, fam. But I'm going where the game can be played. So it doesn't cloud, where the hell ever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, that's, you know what I'm saying? That's just like with somebody complaining about, they over here, you know what I'm saying? They don't have upgraded internet and they still rocking with the standard size, but then they're complaining about getting killed or getting their ass beat. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I mean, listen, it is what it is. I don't know. So you said, yet Stellar Blade will be 1080p 60 on the GTX 1060. Let's be honest. They saved money on development and let users fit the bill on more expensive hardware. I'm not gonna sit there and deny that. I'm not gonna sit there and deny that whatsoever. I will agree with that, Richilli. It is a numbers game out there. There's no question. There is no question about it. There's no question about it. But we cannot be surprised now. I mean, what the next topic that I'm going to get into is basically what the is the topic point that I got in the poll about $80 standard games and how they're trying to ask you, trying to make it seem like it's really cool. But I mean, again, this is just where we in. Like I said, this timeline is all messed up in senses. Do I like that type of strategy? Absolutely not. But again, it's no different than when you're holding on to that PlayStation 3 a little bit too long. It's time to upgrade. When you're holding on to that 360 a little bit too long, you can keep your 360 like I have for nostalgia reasons, but I'm not expecting Doom Dark Ages to play on that puppy. I'm just not. I'm just not. So thank you, Big Bad Mo. Appreciate it. Good to be back. Good to be back. Now it's just me to be consistent with me being back. So hopefully, and that's what I was that's what I'm saying. Like I'm trying to, I think I got some time now to now settle down and to, stop being in this funk that I've been in with trying to, just dealing with everything with life and shit. So I can go ahead and be consistent on bringing in this content. So you guys can give your thoughts and your information and we can discuss, because I do enjoy it. I love it. I love it a lot. I do like listening to y'all's feedback. So we can have that discussion. You said Curie was like, oh my God, Mood. She's like, Richilli, it's why I'm glad I'll soon be down to Star Rail only PC wise. Well, there's Withering Waves and but I'm still in the funk for that game. So yeah, I mean it is what it is. Like I'm just trying to say, like, yeah, I ain't no way I'm gonna try to hot side and try to be like one some of these cornballs out here that, well, you gotta pay to play type shit. No, I feel you. No, I'm not trying to sit here and say, but that was the reason why I saved up and upgraded, because I said there's going to be a time to where I'm going to have to put in a little bit of bread to make sure that I get something that's going to last me a while. If I'm going to do this, then I'm going to do this right. And now, again, I had to save up for it. Not everybody can do that because just finances, everything is more expensive. And sadly, everything else is going to get more expensive. I mean, hell, now even entertainment is becoming too goddamn high. But it's just that, like, I mean, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, and if you're just a primary only PC gamer, oh man, it really is a hard time for you. I know. So that's what I'm saying. Like, options is always good. And then if that's the case, then maybe try about the cloud, bro. Like, I mean, I'm hearing how good GeForce Now is, right? I know Luna plays very well. The Xbox cloud is good. It was the last time I played on something on xCloud. It played damn good, but it was a smaller game. But I'm hearing GeForce Now is very, 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 very good. Like, it's magic. So I don't know. And so like maybe that could be an option for you. So you don't have to worry about that type of stuff or worrying about upgrading your hardware. So, boy, these goddamn creatures had me fighting for my damn life. I'm over here running. Man, look at me. I'm like, man, okay, ghouls and what the hell, mantis men. And I'm like, what the hell is coming at me? I'm like, all right, let's get to it. When I had this sucker right here, I said, "Oh yeah, you mine." But yeah, boy, them boys had me running. Them things had me running. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna go to play where I play. Yes, I like to play my single player games at the highest graphic settings that I absolutely can. So that's why I mostly will play those single player games on PlayStation. I mean, on a PC. But fighting games, shooting games, co-op games, racers, you know what I'm saying, like stuff like fighters, I'll play it. I'll play it anywhere. Now, if I, like I said, like this game right here, yeah, I could. I don't like. I don't know if Blades of Fire has a PC demo. It should, but if it doesn't, I just was like, man, I downloaded on Xbox and it still looks good. It plays good. So that's what I'm saying. Like it's all in hindsight. You know, there's this weird perception that's out there that, oh my God, these consoles, they're so underpowered. They're so this, they're so that. And then yet when you playing a game and you immersed into it, none of that shit matters. Until you might play it on your PC and then you like, oh man, if you're the person that is a frame whore and you're like, oh my God, like this will play, and it would play a lot better at 120, 144, 240 frames. I get it. But this game is probably 30 frames per second on the Xbox. I'm still having a damn blast. And there's people that keeps asking, what game is this? So that's the point that I'm trying to make. Just go to where the games are. Get you a little man and keep it pushing. Because if you're already playing 720, 1080p on your games on PC, then your consoles will help you out. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I said, and if you want a PlayStation instead, if you don't have one, then you can go to a pawn shop. Get a PlayStation, get a regular PlayStation 5 for cheap. Hell, ain't no reason to go for no store paying no $500 or no $450 for no damn regular PlayStation 5. So yeah, go to eBay. Go somebody that's thirsty that need a little cash. You know what I'm saying? Talk them down, haggle. So I will haggle. I will haggle. We gonna work. We gonna talk it out. How much you talking about? I want $400 for it. Nah, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen, this thing been sitting here for 2 years. Man, I give you $325. And you know what I'm saying? Well, first, no, I'll probably talk them down to $300, and then they would say, and then probably it will come down to be about $350. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe if now if they desperate enough, I could probably talk them to this $300. But but I'm gonna haggle, bro. Be chilly. Hey, I'm serious. Hey man, pawn shop, bro. Pawn shop. This is the one thing about a pawn shop. Pawn shops test that shit because they don't want it. Pawn shops do not want to give you money for nothing. You know what I'm saying? A person that was a single father, well, I'm still a single father, but you know what I'm saying? But going through hard times, had to pay bills, and I had to pawn shit. So listen, I had to sit there and they didn't want to give you money. So they had to test and test and test, and they test it, and they like, oh, this stuff is good. And then once they see you enough, then they good. Then they'll give you a little incentive, like, oh man, because they know you're gonna get it back out. Trust me. You go to a pawn shop, find you a deal, and then you can haggle. Because once you there, you good, you can have it. Now when you first there, but listen, I'm just telling you, ain't nobody trying to fake the funk around here. It's real around these streets. Shit. Single father had bills to pay. Shit. I'm like, man, I gotta go ahead and pawn this ring, pawn this something. You know what I'm saying? Get something. Pawn this little TV that nobody ain't using, something. You know what I'm saying? So, hell, gotta keep the lights on. Hell, I don't get paid until next week. Keep that shit real up in here, man. Keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Recently said, got my PlayStation 5 on the pawn store. Bro, keep it pushing. That's what I'm talking about. Hey man, get your PlayStation at a pawn shop. Don't be tripping. If you're gonna get a PlayStation, man, don't be going up in no store, in no Walmart, going up there paying no $500 like a sucker. Don't be doing that. Man, go to that pawn shop, man, get busy. But don't go to no pawn shop in the hood because they be trying to hustle your ass. Go to one of those pawn shops in the upper neighborhood where people look at pawn shops as being all like ew, poor people shit. Nah, man, nah. Bargain shop, fam. Yeah, go to them upstanding neighborhoods, man. Go to a pawn shop out there. You can get you a good deal. You can go. You know what I'm saying. You go to a hood. You go to a pawn shop. Nah, they're gonna try to cheat the shit out of you. No. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm just telling you. Anyway, so yeah. Sappho says, I think people really need more realistic expectations. These consoles and even the PlayStation Pro can only do so much. Now, PC gaming doesn't mean you have to have a 4090 or a 3080 or 3800 3XD or 3DX or something else. Right, you're right. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I was almost, when you get into a position where you want to stick with the Joneses, that's where it gets you caught up into where you're spending money unnecessarily. Like, I wanted to get the 50 series. I was like, I'll get the 50 series and then, I'm going to stop for a little bit, let it be. But then see, my intuition is like, hold up. My games is running fine. Now, like when I told the story about my PC tripping out and I found out what the issue was, I thought it was because games weren't running properly because I thought that my 4080 was over there was like, oh, okay, these games are getting so tightly wound that they ain't even working right properly on my but it was actually because of the issues with my PC. Once I fixed them, man, them games was running like butter. They were back to running, hell, they were running better frames than they were beforehand. Like I went back and I know that they updated Black Myth Wukong. Don't get that twist. I know they did a massive update for that to make it run better. But I was getting around at that time anywhere from 70 to 90 frames. Oh, I got Wukong going 100 plus easy at max settings. So with a 4080, and there were people that that's a lie. No, it's not. There's other ways to get, see, CPU, your RAM, there's all different factors to it. Like as a person who's learning, who's adapted to mess with PC stuff, I'm understanding a lot of this stuff now. So there's workarounds to work stuff. Now, again, it also comes down to like a game, like a game like you talk about, like you're saying Doom is not optimized properly or whatever. Now, again, I'm not even having to use DLSS and I'm getting, and I got it on nightmare settings. I got it on nightmare settings and I'm getting 70 some frames per second, 70, 80 frames per second. I'm not tripping on 78, 80 frames per second. Now, again, and it also goes with your monitor, all TV and whatever you got your PC hooked up. It's so many factors to stuff to where you can eke out some more frames if you care about that type of stuff. But then I'm like, oh, this shit running. Now, again, Forza Motorsport. So Forza Motorsport, I got it downloaded on my PC because I had more room on my PC than I do on my Xbox. So I'm like, because Call of Duty is disgusting when it comes to taking up all your damn space down there. So I got it on there. Well, now there had to be some moving and messing around because you trying to go ultra on everything, your shit might run 30, 40 frames per second. So there's some things that you need to, there's some things that I needed to work with, but now it's working fine. And I get 100 and, I get like 100 and some frames per second playing it, when I play Motorsport. Now the other Forzas, they're 200, 190, whatever the case may be. And then I turn, and, you know what I'm saying? And it's like I said, it's just all about how you like to play your games and what you're comfortable with. Could I enjoy, because I played most of Forza Horizon 5 on Xbox, not on my PC. So, I was absolutely fine the way that it played. Actually just enjoyed the hell out of it played. Matter of fact, I was having problems when I started playing it on PC. I remember when me and Don was streaming one time and I kept my PC kept crashing the game, or the game kept crashing, whatever the case may be. And I was like, well, I'm just going to go to the Xbox. It ran fine. So, I'm thinking I'm getting all these advantages and because I get better frames and it don't even really matter in that sense. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, you're really right about that, Sappho. Like, people got to just look at the expectations. Like I'm saying, like, you don't want to spend the money for what you see. For the money out there for higher hardware, then invest into the cloud. Like, I'm hearing so many good things about GeForce now. I mean, excellent things. I know Luna plays very well. xCloud is vastly improved. And xCloud at the time was the creme de la creme. And then when you got to play Luna, then you was like, oh, hold on now, xCloud needs some work. And then when GeForce Now came into the really started to come out, GeForce Now has been out for a while, but like they started really picking it up. Then xCloud wasn't the best and wasn't the creme de la creme. It's GeForce Now. So now, like I said, I haven't played xCloud in a while, but from what I've seen from people say, that it's improved from where when I was playing it at a steady clip. So it is what it is, man. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no need to be spending all this type of extra money for entertainment when there's bills and shit needs to be taken care of. Trust me, I'd rather have the lights on, and I'd rather have the lights on, my internet, and I'll be enjoying playing some backlog before I want to sit here and break the bank buying a game that's coming out fresh at $80. So yeah, no, ain't no way. Anyway, so as I was in here getting into this rant, so it's kind of tying into the next topic I want to get into, which is about the $80 stuff. But anyway, the last point with Doom, play the goddamn game. People, just any game, play the game, enjoy it. Why care about the numbers? They will let you know if this game is not successful or not. There was not, when I was playing a Dragon Age Vanguard, was I worried about, oh my God, bro, what is those sales numbers gonna look like? Oh my goodness. Are people gonna buy this game? Are people gonna, oh my goodness. What is the revenue that EA is gonna make off of this? Oh no, Dragon Age Vanguard. Man, what's your revenue gonna look like? Oh my God, is the CEO gonna have to take a pay cut? Oh my God, oh man. Do you think I was giving a damn about that when I was playing that great damn game? No. Everything was all about the game Vanguard and how good it was. They did a damn good job. They did a damn good job at that game. Was I thinking about, oh no, there's just one scene in here. Well, it's added scenes where Taz is confused if she wants to be a big burly woman or a big burly butch woman. Don't give a damn. Like I played it out. Like let that woman listen. Let that girl listen. She can't listen. Hold on. I'm gonna say this. Okay, so there's a scene and you have to go through it. It's not like it's forcing you to go through those scenes. It's when you go in, when you're playing any type of RPGs or anything like that, and you're going through their story, through your friend character's storyline. And so, bro, from the get, when you sit there and meet Taz, and she sits there and you start flirting with her, she's like, "What? You want to have sex? She's like, give it up. What's happening?" I'm like, "Yo, hold up." You know what I'm saying? Like, listen. I mean, even if you found Taz attractive or whatever the case may be, hold on, for her being big and burly with horns and shit, talking about to set that shit up, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you in prison? Nah, hold on, girl, you a little aggressive. hold on, girl, you way aggressive. You way aggressive. Hold on, we need to talk this out. And so the further and further there, I kept going through her storyline, which actually was a really good storyline with the compelling stuff going on with her mom and then her confusion on, because her mom wants her to be a traditional way while there's another way about her from her crew that she would look at, because they're kind of like pirates or something like that, like from her crew, like a lot of nomads. And so she's just confused. Like, you know what? I feel this way, but I don't. It was well written, in my opinion. Like, I get it. Like, I felt her pain. So I was like, you know, Tosh, just be you. Be what you want to be. That was what I told her to be. And so she sat there and went to, I think she was hooking up with that hot ass pirate chick that was in her crew. Cool. You know what I'm saying? I got ties as a homie. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. Because if it was going to be my love interest, then, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to have to be, I'm sure who's going to have the pants on in the relationship, because the way she said, set that up, like, what, you want to have sex? Let's go. And then she presses you against the wall. Like, bro, she's huge. Like, she's like 7 feet with horns. That ain't gonna turn out well for you. So, like, hold up. Listen, baby. Listen, hold up. What? You know what I'm saying? Her hand was as big as your character's chest. No, Taj. Just be you, girl. Just be you. So that's the thing right there. That was, you know what I'm saying? So, game was, so nothing forced upon you. If you wanted to do that storyline, or if you wanted Taj to be traditional, or if you wanted to have a relationship with her, you had plenty of options. Dragon Age Veilguard, I recommend greatly. Combat is solid. The story was really good. It just really a good game. Really a damn good game. So again with that, but that's just the whole situation was going on. I'm not worried about these sales numbers. We'll talk about it. Yeah. Like when, you know what I'm saying? My thoughts, I was talking about Xbox being the #1 publisher. That's good. That's big news. That's good stuff. That's going against what people are trying to say, what's always negative about Xbox is dead and Xbox is going away and stuff like that. That's type of stuff to me is more important. But when you out here just trying to say, well, this game Doom is not this, that, and the third because, well, these Steam numbers, shut the hell up and play the game. And if not, go on to something else. So that's what my point about that. Now let's get on to this. Now I've ran about this quite a few times and you'll probably definitely hear me rant about this more. So, but it's clear that these people in the industry, retired or not, are trying to really gaslight us as consumers that $80 is good for price games. And now I don't know if anybody watched Hell in Harlem. I think it was Hell in Harlem. It was Hell in Harlem, or it was another Eddie Murphy movie. I can't remember which one it was, but or maybe it was. No, I think it was Hell in Harlem. It was Hell in Harlem. It wasn't Coming to America. But anyway, and I think the character was Arsenio Hall, who played this preacher. And no, was it the preacher? I'm confused now because I got them. They kind of blended in. You know what I'm saying? I'm old, so you got to excuse me on that. But anyway, it's either Coming to America, or it's the Eddie Murphy movie where he was Dracula. Anyway, and the preacher's talking about, he's telling the people, is saying evil is good. He's saying evil is good, and he had the people in the church saying evil was good. Yeah, I think it was the movie there where Eddie Murphy was Dracula. And talk about it. Hey, that's the realest post on this stream. He said Xbox died so many times it should have its own religion. Facts. Man, it is the console Jesus. This, man, it keeps rising. Xbox just keep rising. Xbox has been dead so much. It's ridiculous. Anyway. So Eddie Murphy saying, and he playing his character as a preacher, and saying evil is good. This is how it sounds like to me when I'm hearing Yoshida, and now hearing the Randy Pitchford, I think his name is, from Gearbox, talking about $80 games is good. Yoshida saying here, he's saying in this quote, Yoshida continues to say that in terms of actual price for $70 or $80 for really great games, I think it will still be a steal in terms of the amount of entertainment that the top games, top quality games bring to people compared from other forms of entertainment. As long as people choose carefully how they spend their money, he continues, I don't think that should be, I don't think they should be complaining. Now, let me take a drink of my Fanta orange. All right, so this is the thing. If we knew what games, as gamers, if we knew what games were great, high quality, that were just all enriching, just fantastic, just the greatest of the great, then we could actually come to the conclusion of like, well, you know what, maybe Yoshida might be on to something. But as divided as the gaming community is about any game, I should say divided, divisive. As divisive as the gaming community is about games, how the hell are you going to know and tell what is a great game when it's not? Case in point, they told us that The Last of Us 2 was one of the greatest games ever made. Now, from a standpoint of game art, direction, animations, voice acting, yes, it is a very, very compelling game on that end. It's very high quality. People hated that story. More people, I think, dislike The Last of Us 2 for that reason alone. Now, case in point, you're talking about a game like, let's see, like Spider-Man. Okay? Spider-Man 2018, absolutely cinema, right? Fun and entertaining, but people were very divisive about Spider-Man 2. So, how are we supposed to know what is, from Yoshida's standpoint, a great game? Now, listen, when you have good quality content, you know what I'm saying? When he's saying top quality games, well, top quality games also means fewer bugs, enough content, not a lot of monetization. Oh yeah, I can't even talk. I'll try to. I said it earlier, but now I'm gotten country. Monetization. Hell, I can't even say it now. Whatever. What you paying for extra? Let's put it like that. If you, what? You can't, listen, I don't know, man. Bro, games coming out broken, incomplete, needs patches. Hell, you know, Ubisoft coming out here telling you that, you know what, you don't really own these games, but you know what, pay more. It's okay. You'll be okay. Because we're giving you quality. But that's up to the gamer to decide what is quality and not the company. Now, again, yeah, the budget can be absolutely insane. But that still doesn't mean, hell, there's plenty of movies that had a huge budget and their movies were okay, lackluster. There's some movies that's just, to some people, just absolutely garbage. So how is it that you're going to say with games, well, it's top quality, it's this? No, this is the thing where I tried to tell gamers about how this whole PlayStation thing is, where they're trying to milk you about, well, what is a good game? What's a quality game? And then the gaming industry, with you got the VGAs and it's trying to tell you, well, there's only games like story-driven, third over-the-shoulder type of titles that deserve to be game of the year, or maybe just best friends that make weird-ass games that puts a lot of crazy, you know what I'm saying, that use a lot of cinema, those are the games to be looked at as game of the year. Or because somebody got popular because they did a lot of cussing, and listen, I ain't gonna sit there and say the last game that won game of the year wasn't a good game. I'm not gonna say that last year's game of the year wasn't a good game, but that wouldn't garner, because if people love that game, what Yoshida is trying to say is that, okay, well, this game is not top, it's not top tier. Well, let me read that again. Let's read that again. How you say? He said the terms about top quality. Well, the game that won game of the year last year wouldn't be considered a top quality game. Yeah, was it Astrobot that won it last year? That wasn't top quality. That was a good game. It looked fun. It looked entertaining. But that game was just fun, right? Like, I mean, Ratchet and Clank looked better than Astrobot, didn't it? I mean, let's be real, right? Like, I mean, if we're just going to just stay in the PlayStation game space, right? So I don't understand it. Like you can't tell gamers what's a quality game, and that's what this industry has been trying to do, is trying to tell us what's a quality game and what's not. They're trying to tell you, well, Sea of Thieves is not quality because it's not a AAA over-the-shoulder title, but yet it's still going strong. It's making more money than most of these PlayStation games that single players that's been out, that's there. Hell, some of those studios is closed from it. You're talking about, well, you can't tell me that, well, a game like, let's see, Diablo. Well, that game can never be considered game of the year. Why not? People are still playing it. People are enjoying it. I know at one point in time that there was a moment where people were having some issues with it because of content or something, whatever. You know, I'm not the biggest person that knows the lore of Diablo. I just know that this last Diablo was kick ass and I enjoyed it. And then I bought the expansion, and I'm, you know, I just think that it's a really fun game, and people still play the hell out of it. What about Call of Duty? What about NBA 2K? What about college football? College football was the best-selling game. Was one of the best-selling games out. Any sports fan would tell you that game is high quality. That game is great. But then you would tell the industry, that would tell you, and people who aren't sports fans will tell you, that game can never be in consideration for game of the year or be looked at as top tier. How so? It's more popular than the games that you guys always keep posting up and saying that game is this game of the year. Every last game, there's very few games that comes out that wins game of the year that is more popular than a sports game out there. Period. I mean, when you want to talk about content, high quality, Forza Horizon 5 should have been nominated. It might not should have won, but it should have been nominated for the game of the year. It had quality. It was top tier. Music, gameplay, content. It had everything. Visuals, it had it all. But no, it's a racer. Ew, no. The hell? And Sappho, it's like, what better way to create sales by getting a game of the year in front of millions of its views? Yeah, no, you're right. But this is a hustle now. It's you know what I'm saying? Like, it was better when we didn't know all behind the scenes, but now since we know the behind the scenes, it is the biggest hustle out here, and it's getting more and more apparent, and I'm beginning to become tone deaf to it. You can tell me well, let me go. Where is he at? You can tell me, Randy Pitchford, that if I, you know what I'm saying, but you can tell me that $80 games is where it's at. But when you say, hey, if you're a fan, if you're a real fan, you'll find a way to make it happen. Okay, bro. When you got a family that's living from paycheck to paycheck, and let's say that the parent and one of the kids are big fans of Borderlands, but then yet the kid may play a sport or in bands or is in some kind of function. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they're they're really good at the spelling bee or whatever, some kind of activity outside of video games. And that requires money as well. Or hell, maybe it's just the car note is up. And you really want to get this game. And you over here budget to where the game is going to be $60. But then you're telling me that you got to pay $80 if you really want it. And your reply is, if you really want it, if you're a real fan, you'll make it happen. So that extra $20, yeah, maybe to him or to people in the industry, $20 ain't shit. But in the reality, hell, that $20 could be lunch money. That could be lunch money for work or for the worker or for the kids or any. What the hell? That $20 got to be pushed. That's gas to get to work. Now, since they want to get people to not do remote anymore, like what you mean? I'll make it happen. I'll tell you what I'll make happen, Mr. Pitchford. This is how I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna wait till it drops down to $60. If you decide to tell me how much, because I'm a fan, but I ain't a fan like that. I ain't a fan to none of y'all's games for $80 at $7. I'm not a fan of Tekken. I'm not a fan of The Witcher. I'm not a fan of Halo. I'm not a fan of God of War. I'm not a fan of anything $80 standard. No, it ain't happening. I'll just wait. I'll just wait. I'll just wait. So what you guys think about that game? What y'all think about the game? I guess I'll go back and I'll show some more gameplay of that. I'll go back and show the gameplay again. Let's see. But yeah, what y'all guys think of that gameplay of Blades of Fire? Now, hold on, let me see if I can start it over again. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let me do it again now. Why ain't working? Oh, there we go. There we go. I had to move that thing. There we go. Anyway, no, absolutely not. Bro, Fahim, nah, it ain't that either. I'm not gonna wait till the game is $14. No, you know what I'm saying? No. Now, if there's a game that I see that I'm like, okay, yeah, or if I come across it in a sale or something like that I just forgot about or something like that, yeah, no. Like okay, so like for instance, like the Marvel vs. I just bought a game not too long ago, which was the Marvel vs. Capcom. The Capcom Fighting Collection 2. It was $40. I bought it. Well, I had reward points, so I got it for what was it? 30 or 25, something like that. But I have Microsoft points. But still, regardless of that, in order for me to have Microsoft points, I have to play games or I have to buy games or movies. So it's still Microsoft getting money from me. So you know what I'm saying, or whatever the case may be. So I'm not opposed to buying games. I never have been. I got a huge library of games, but but you're not going to sit here and try to get cute with talking about quality and top tier and saying the most tone deaf, just so out of touch explanation about, well, you'll find a way if you're a big fan of the series. No, that's not how you talk about that. You don't say nothing. And just say, man, I really hope fans will enjoy this game. I mean, who are these people? PR people. Like, I mean, if I was Randy's PR guy, I'm like, don't say that. Don't you dare say that. You're gonna that does not come off. That comes off because listen, at the end of the day, these developers, most of them, they make really good money. They ride in better cars than most of us. They got better situations than most of us. So when you tell a person that's out here that is a fan of the product that you'll make a way for an extra $20 for a game standard without any extra true perks, and then let's just say the game comes out broken and it's not playable at launch, or that it needs a patch, and then we gotta wait for a patch, especially if we are on PC or you know what I'm saying, or if it most likely it'll work fine on the consoles at launch, but if not, we gotta wait for a patch. And how is that top service, Yoshida, when just because the budget says it's top tier? That doesn't make any sense. So you said that Blades of Fire looks cool. Yeah, it is a cool game, man. It's a really cool game. I don't know if it comes with I don't know if this game comes with a character creator, but it does come with character customization to the outfit. Because I was in there and there was a closet, and so I'm sure that you can do some kind of you could do something with the hair, with the clothes, with his beard, things like that. Now, you know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't make him a brother, but if you can, that's even sweeter. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm being this big ass Viking black dude, go over here chopping up these suckers out here. Like, yeah, I'm with that, but I'm not gonna trip about it if you can't change the man's skin color. That's fine. But yeah, but that you know what I'm saying. But I would get him to look fresher. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would do something with that beard, with that stash, and then I would sit there and I would get that hair got to be tied back, do something. You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna have the whole Viking look, I'm gonna make him look like a Viking. You know what I'm saying? Dye that shit blonde or something, and get out there and let him be a crazy ass white man cutting the shit out of people. So not, but if I could change the skin color, yeah, I'll be this big black Viking dude just chopping the shit out of people. So yeah, whatever. But yeah, there is customization. So it is what it is. Black Vikings, yes. Anyway, shout out to Black Viking as well. I just thought when you said they're purposely said they're Black Vikings. But Curie, good deal. Honestly, I don't care for cameras. Well, I do enjoy these phones. For me, are just mini PCs, and they are. And I'm more focused on spec storage too, though. I can't use the small screens. Well, yeah, and that's the thing for me. It's like with the Nintendo with the Switch. That's why it's really cool to take it on the go. But man, I like big screens. I like screens in my face to where I can just play. I'm old school like that. So if I got somewhere to be, then most likely I'm more interested in what's going on in that setting than I am than playing a game at the place that I'm at. Because usually when I'm going places, usually for doctor's appointments, or if I'm doing kids event or something like that, in the sense like daughter's graduation or stuff like that, whatever. Yeah, I'm not carrying a Switch or what is those the handhelds, all these popular handhelds that's out right now. It's not no. I get it for like maybe trips on a plane or on a bus or something like that, but that seems reasonable on that end, but other stuff no. You said I got baby hands. I do got baby hands. I got real tiny baby hands. I do. Yes, I do. Anyway, yes, I got baby hands to where I can wear. That's why, and that's another reason why the Switch. Like, hold on. This is why like I do say that the PlayStation 5 controller is much I can look at that and say, okay, I did it, because look at this. Look at this. Look at this what I'm doing with this play. Look at this, man. Look at this. I can't enjoy this. Like, I'm over here, this shit cramps my hand, and then you got these damn ugly ass buttons right here that just this is why I can't look at the man, this shit cramps my hand. No, man, no. No, that's why I need the big boys. That's why I need this. That's why I got this. This is where it's at. Look, fits good. Fits good, great. Yes. Yeah, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? The PlayStation 5 controller is much needed. They need to continue to make their controllers that big. Yeah, that PlayStation 4 controller. God, well, I'm like, man, y'all don't stop this mess. Man, who, what? Man, there's not all human beings are one size fit all. Like, come on now, these little ass controllers, man. Come on, man. Anyway, so back to my thing about the game. I just think that that's just so out of touch. It is going to be what it is. If they start charging these games $80, then they're going to charge $80. But I'm just going to be a person that's going to bargain shop. I'm not. I'll just get other games that will come out to be more affordable. Like, and that's another thing too. That because I want to talk. Like I said, I want to talk about Expedition 33. That's going to be my last talking point. But I'm going to talk about Marathon here next. But I just got to look at it differently. Like, if you guys in the industry really think that you're going to push us gamers, especially us old head gamers, there's so many gamers out there. I know you playing for him. I wasn't taking it. I didn't take it seriously. I mean, that's fine. I just was having fun with you as well. So yeah, it's yeah. That's funny. You were talking about got the little Burger King hands. I love that commercial. Anyway, no, I wasn't taking it personally or nothing. So, but yeah, they can do it. I'm just going to look at it from a different perspective, and I'm not going to buy a lot of games day one. I mean, there's plenty of games that I can get later on, and now I've become more patient, and I'll wait. Just like for a game like Stellar Blade. I'm going to get the definitive edition of Stellar Blade, and it's going to be cheaper than what it was when it first released on PlayStation. That's fine with me. You know, there's people that kind of use that as a losing argument. You gotta wait. Usually waiting, games come out better. So why would I have to trip out? I mean, why would I trip out? Especially when I have plenty of other games to play. I can understand if I don't have anything else to play. I can understand if this was Xbox 2021, or was it 2022? I think 2022 was the slow year. Yeah, no. Ain't no way. I got plenty of stuff to play. I ain't got to worry about it. So, if Gearbox wanna up the ante, wanna charge it. I mean, well then hell, look at the one game that's coming out, the Mafia Old Country. That game's $50. So if that game, let's just, I don't think they come out around the same time, but let's just say that those two games came out at the same time. Well, guess where my money's finna go? Mafia Old Country, here we come. Now, when we talk about content wise and a gameplay loop that, you can, you'll get way more hours into Borderlands than you will for Mafia Old Country. Absolutely. But the thing of it is that, yeah, it's not like, what I'm saying, the game is advanced, but is it, but what I'm saying, but like, is it a leap? And that's the question that I have for a lot of these games out here, is that the leaps for some of these games aren't as substantial as how we've seen. Now, I understand that you can only push graphics so far, but especially with a game like with Borderlands. But like what are we talking about for where you feel that game deserves $80 instead of 60? Like, or now what's the regular price is 70. Why would you ask for 10 more dollars for you know what I'm saying, for a game that's has some enhancements, but is it going to be a full-fledged? And if somebody argues and say, well, damn, it's only $10, Mega. No, well, it was just $60 at the start of this generation. So now you hustling me for $20, actually. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. You said I didn't play Stellar Blade and probably never will. It got money, had it, and the devs decided to lie about it. It did, yeah. It's same with what we're seeing with Black Myth Wukong. You know what I'm saying? Sony paid the money to keep it away, keep it off of Xbox. They definitely did. I mean, but my thing is, I'm gonna buy it on PC. I'll wait. That's fine. I'm not buying it on PlayStation. For what? For what? The same thing with the, you know, like, you know, I've already bought The Last of Us and played The Last of Us 2 and all that, and I'll probably get that definitive edition, and then that's it from PlayStation when it comes to that. I'm done with that too. You ain't gonna keep giving me these games over and over and over again and then expecting me to sit there and to keep buying them and buying them and buying them. Nope. The only reason why I'm buying it is because it's not I haven't bought it for my PC yet, and so therefore I'll get it for my PC. That's it. And then you can make as many of them as you want to. Ultra, extra, crispy edition. You can, you know, with one extra storyline that you can't play. You can do all that. I ain't buying another version of The Last of Us 2. That's it. So we're done with that. We're done with that with those remasters, remakes, and all that. Next time that you sit there and you make a Last of Us 2, it better be something from 20 years from now. That's it. It ain't, you know, I ain't worried about what Sony's doing with that craziness. That's out of touch. Oh, Black Myth is a fantastic game. Black Myth is absolutely fantastic. It was my game of the year last year. That game is tough. I got to get back to streaming that again, going through my second playthrough. Because it's so much more fun going through it now when you got all your kick-ass stuff. So yeah. Anyway, but let me talk about Marathon right fast. And then I want to talk about Expedition, and we'll get out of here. Okay, so this whole thing with Bungie, I feel bad for Bungie. I guess I shouldn't feel bad for Bungie. I just feel bad about the situation. Because all signs are telling us that Sony's going to fully take over Bungie, and Bungie as we know it is cooked. It's flame broiled. It's done. It's done. It's done. Because this Marathon game does not look like it's going to make it happen, and it's not because like I said, for what I've seen, it looks interesting. I want the game to succeed. I'm going to play it. I definitely am going to play it. I'm going to give it a shot. But plagiarizing, like, bro, y'all stealing? Y'all over here just stealing from people now? And then you got this report from a former Bungie employee that's saying, who worked on Marathon. He said, I feel for those still at the studio. Working with engineering, Marathon leadership was extremely toxic and humiliating. I won't speak about the rest, but Bungie leadership needs to be gutted completely. Bro, that happening here. Now, again, you could make the defense of saying that this is disgruntled ex-worker there. You can say that. But I mean, this isn't the first time that we've heard these things about Bungie. And Seppo, no. Sekiro, you saying that Marathon's going to get canceled? I hope it doesn't. Listen, I hope it doesn't. But if it does, that's it. Bungie's cooked. Bungie is done. Bungie is going to be PlayStation's thought. And it's already, PlayStation knew exactly what they were doing when they did it. They put that they put that they put the whole situation in about that clause, like, hey, meet these expectations, blah blah blah, and then Jim Ryan going to trust, and that was crazy as well. Like, what lack of respect that you have to where you trust Bungie, a new studio that you just bring in, even though I know that they got a long history, but they're not the original Bungie. But you trust their knowledge over your own top studio and Naughty Dog. And then you go on with this crazy, like PlayStation needs these online games. Let's not get it twisted. Like, I keep seeing all these PlayStation gamers, it's like they could have made 5 single player games. Yeah, and maybe one of them would be a hit. All the rest of them will be just some pretty ass games that y'all will talk about and say, look at this, Xbox can't do that, Xbox can't do this, blah, 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 blah. And then there's another studio gone. Cause y'all sad asses didn't buy it. So they need these type of games. Like Helldivers is cooking. Like Helldivers went through that little stint when they had people that was getting blocked out. And now it's resurged itself, and it's back in good graces. It's got a really cool expansion. I'm going to have to check it out. But they need that. They need about 3 or 4 of those type of games. And Jim Ryan knew that, and he was smart on trying to go that route. But to me, the biggest blunder was to let go of the Spider-Man MMO, and then also, and I know that would have cost a lot of money and resources and things of that nature, but that game would have cooked. There's no question in my mind that game would have cooked. I would have been on that. You would have seen my PlayStation game uptick up pretty high, because I would have been playing the shit out of that, and I would have been playing the Last of Us multiplayer game. So I'm saying, they would have had, and then, like, I don't know, no Twisted Metal, no SOCOM. Like, I mean, I don't know what's happening. What's happening here? Like, I don't know, man. And Marathon, listen. I've given my thoughts about Concord. Concord could have been something special for them as well, if they did the single player thing first. If they presented it like they normally do with certain games. Like when they did the trailer gave you really fun vibes. The game looked like it was going to be very fun. And then you did all this. And so then when you had the goofy looking characters in the outfit, then they would have been much more relatable and likable, because they would, because there's going to be fans. There's fans of all different types of characters in video games or any type of media. So even the big chick and the big body girl and the funny stuffy outfit, she would be looked at as cute. But you just don't throw them out there and then they don't have a proper storyline or anything like that. So if they did it as like a Guardians of the Galaxy type of game, a co-op single player experience, that game would have resonated. And then you drop the multiplayer, I think that game would have did way better. Would it have been a massive hit? I don't think so, but it would have really resonated. I would have think the single player co-op version of it would have really cooked. I really think that it would, because then it can get away from being goofy looking, and if it's just fun, right? But this thing with Marathon, which it doesn't look bad, but when you stealing looks and then you got all this turmoil and all of this going on, it's just not a good look for Bungie, man. It's just not. And they're giving up Destiny for this. Like, Destiny is done after, I believe, after this last thing that they're dropping. I don't know. I got to catch up on Destiny. So, but I just seen that, I was just seeing on the Xbox that they got, I guess, another expansion. And I don't know. I think this is the last one. You can correct me in the chat if it is or not. But yeah, no. What is yes, Helldivers is getting carried by the PC community, and it is, and no doubt about it. But PlayStation needs those games though. And that's the thing, is that like Helldivers is very enjoyable. And Helldivers, it makes sense on Xbox. Man, Xbox gamers will play the shit out of Helldivers. Sony would rake. You know what I'm saying? Put that everywhere. That's a game that deserves to be on everything. Just like Concord and Marathon and whatever. So I just, you know what I'm saying? Like, the one thing that makes me nervous about Marathon though, because of all the bad stuff that's going on, how long will the game last? Like, I know that it's a $40 price tag, but it's still $40, right? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I probably might risk it all and get it because I do want to play it. And, even if I'm going to go in it with like, with kitty gloves, be a little sensitive to it and say, man, that's not it. I'll just take the L on it, but you know what I'm saying? But I want the game to succeed. I do. I want it to succeed. I don't want any game to fail, to be honest with you. I don't like, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, that's just not the reality of things. This game is going to succeed and this game is going to fail. But it's just, the one thing is just that this is too many things, too many signs that Bungie is on a massive decline. Is honestly like the character design. They were unique. You can't find characters like that anywhere. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, these character designs look dope. Like, now the only thing that I wish is that like it would be like the character design looks dope. I just wish that the atmosphere would look more realistic, not so digitized or whatever. That's really my only complaint. You know what I'm saying? I take that back. The other complaint is about the customization of of the characters. The character models are fire. Just think about what the character models could be like that a person would really get into the game, and because that's what it's all about now with these type of games. Customization is everything. It is. You would think there's like, I didn't buy the Ninja Turtles on Call of Duty because I thought the models looked good, but it just seemed goofy to me running around with the Ninja Turtles. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, but hell, you know how many goddamn turtles I got to shoot every damn time I'm playing Call of Duty? There's turtles all over the place. There's turtles everywhere. So they raked. Call of Duty raked off of that. And yes, there's some characters that in there look crazy as hell. That I'm like, ain't no way I'm paying for that. But I've caught myself buying some models. Like, I like the ones that look more soldier or maybe futuristic soldier. I might buy one goofy one or two or whatever, every once in a while or whatever. But it's more the and then like with the challenges and stuff like that, you'll get characters, and when you beat those challenges, like there's Seth Rogen, not Seth Rogen, what is his name? Something, yeah, whatever. He's an actor, and he's in there, but you pick him up when you beat the challenge. And so then there's another one where you got the Foot Clan, and I haven't even played with the Foot Clan, and I doubt if I ever play with that Seth actor guy. So but there's other stuff like now a Shredder. I could play a Shredder. You know what I'm saying? I didn't buy the Shredder, but I could see the Shredder running around shooting motherfuckers. But that's it. I don't know, man. It's kind of crazy to me. But yeah, that's the one thing about this game. It needs that customization. So hopefully the game does well enough to where it gets to a season 2. Hopefully they already will just give it a season 2, and there'll be customization to the characters. And if you got that, then you might. And if the game has a good player loop, then I think that you got a chance to do something. I don't think this game is going to do well to that extent of like Helldivers, but it has a chance. But with all this bad press, I just don't know. I don't know. And then if this game just don't do it, if it gets canceled, like Cepho said, or it was Sekiro or Cepho that said it, it's over. They're cooked. They're cooked. They are hooked. You said now the Punisher and COD, I understand, but once But come on, the Ninja Turtle. Yeah, no, I get it. Like I look at it as goofy too. It's like I looked at it goofy. It's just like the turtle skin in Street Fighter. Like I was just like, no. And then on top of that, it was extra expensive. Like I'm not paying $25. I'm not paying, what was it, like $20 or something close to it or whatever for each character or something. Like I'm not doing that. That's ridiculous. But yeah, I like customization. I always get some kind of custom going on. So yeah, it's like Battlefield does it real well. They do good customs and fighters and stuff like that. Yeah, like I like that type of stuff. But yeah, but they need that, and I just want them to do well enough. But the signs right now don't look very good, and I don't know how that's going to play out. I really don't. I know that they had to get away from Destiny. You couldn't be Destiny forever, but I know for maybe Destiny fans, they may be like, no, we don't mind having Destiny forever. But I don't know, man. I don't know. This looks pretty wild. All right. Now let's get to my last topic of the day, and that's talking about Expedition 33. Matter of fact, let me see if I can pull up some gameplay. I got tons of gameplay. I was gonna show it, but I think through my second playthrough, I'm gonna just stream it. Let's see. I don't want to go to the end, so I better just go somewhere and just see. Yeah, what are we doing? Let's put that. Let's see. Oh yeah, this bastard here. Good God. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, I gotta shrink this thing. Yeah, excuse me. This bastard here. My God, he was a problem. Anyway, this game, let me tell you this. Once I seen it, when they showed it, I was like, ain't no way this game looks like this. Like, I'm like, what? And then when they said this is the game, how it looks, and then it was a RPG, this, turn-based. I said, what? And I thought this was like a Final Fantasy game. I'm like, oh, they're going to the roots, and then find out this is from some company from France or whatever. And bro, absolutely fantastic. This is so far, yes, the game of the year, in my opinion, hands down. Now I still have to go and finish Shadows. Yeah, I know. I've already fought him. Yeah, I've beaten this sucker. I beat the game already. I'm just not going to show the very end of the game. I'm not going to spoil it for people who haven't. I haven't spoiled. I can't spoil the game. I don't want to spoil the game. I'm just going to just show him just one clip of something, that I was recording when I was downloading, because I got hours and hours of content of this me playing, because I was going to show my whole playthrough, but I was just like, well, no, let me beat this game and then maybe stream it on my second playthrough, because there's still some things that I need to finish that I didn't get a chance to finish, because there's just some enemies that they're too damn tough. You got to take care of some stuff to get through, so you can it's maybe some in-game items that you can go ahead and do. And on top of that, I want to know the alternate ending, because I chose my ending and I didn't like it. It was kind of sad, but I was like, but what can I do here? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It was really, really, it is a great. Yeah, there's a game plus once you beat the game. And there's enemies and super bosses out there that you gotta do more to get to beat them. So like you got to get them, because I was like, man, I'm strong as it is. Like I think I'm by the time that I ended, I think I was in the 70s or 80s, I was in the 70s. I think I was in the 70s. Some characters I think you got to be 99. I think max is the 99. Or close to it, at least be in the 80s. So that's what I'm saying. Like I'm going to go back and I'm going to replay this game. But my whole thing about this game right here, like they put a lot of, I feel honestly, and I want to hear y'all's opinion on this. This game right here put a lot of people in the industry on notice. And you would say, well, how so? Because this game is not is affordable. It's $50. Graphically stunning. Deep. It's you know what I'm saying, this game could be, you could beat this game probably in 40 hours if you play it on easy. 30 to 40 hours playing on easy. Play it on regular, you probably get around 70 to 100. And probably if you play it on the hardest difficulty, you're getting 150. You probably get about 120, 150. And then there's a game plus, and then there's still things to do. And the game is $50. And the story is goddamn impressive. The story, man, I think it was the end of Act 3 or it was the end of Act 4. I can't remember. It's when you right after you deal with the Pinterest and everything is cool until you realize, uh-oh. What? Hold up. I think that's it. Yeah. I'm like, hold up. Right. No bugs. Voice acting is absolutely incredible. Music is incredible. Look at that. Oh, I caught his ass. Just right off the rip. Right when you get off of the island and go onto the island, you knew shit was different. You knew this game hit different. And that's like in the first that's the first hour in the game. You know, I like to wander around, so it took me about 2 hours or so to get off the island, you know, talk to people, try to do some extra stuff or whatever. But once you got on the island, once the expedition got off right off the rip, it set off. You like, what's going on? Who is that? What, and why is that person here? What? And then next thing you know, I'm like, holy shit! What? Yo, bro, I'm sitting back with my hands on my head like, what am I dealing with? Let me get back on the boat and head back. This is over. Man, hell with this trip. I want to go back. Let me just go ahead and fade away. Because right off the rip, bro, man. And then I'm like, oh, this is going to be interesting. And it put a smile on my face because I'm like, oh, this is going to be interesting. Because again, you know, lesser known studio. I know they've made other games, but this is nuts. Look at this. Listen to this. Look at this. This is just pure cinema. Look at this, bruh. Look at this, man. Look, bruh. You want to boot it up again? Man, this game is absolutely insane. You said who discovered the journal in Expedition 60? I got Expedition. See, I don't want to show. I don't. God dang it. I got it. I know I do. You're gonna make me post a clip or something on social on Twitter X or in Blue Sky and whatever. You're gonna make me post it. I found it. I found 60. I'm just trying to remember where it was. Because it's in a remote area. It's crazy. I'm trying to think what the hell. Anyway, is because there's other remote ones. Is it the one where old girl is trying to find her parents and then you fight that snake thing? Is that 160? I don't know. Anyway, like I know I've got it. So, because I don't have but only a few left, a few of those left. So yeah, it's he says I'm missing 8 journals. Yeah, I think I've got about like 4 journals. I'm short on 4 journals. So Yeah, but this game anyway. The reason why I say this game puts the industry on notice is because this is a high quality. This is what top tier high quality is. Now there are some things that you can look at if you're a nitpicky person. All this area ain't gonna break. This a fruit basket ain't gonna break here, or the movement on this running motion or something like that. If you're real a stickler like that, yes, you can tell that the game is in a position that it doesn't have the higher budget as so. But I'm telling you what this game is. It's a franchise. This game put a lot of other games on notice, and it put, one of my favorite RPGs, but it put it on notice. It put Final Fantasy on notice. It's telling Square Enix, get your ass back to the root. Get back to the fundamentals and give us turn-based and do it right. All this action, devil may cry bullshit is not it. It's you can do that. Like I made an explanation about this in another My Thoughts video, saying what Square Enix could do is for the franchise, for like what they did with Final Fantasy 16. Yes, great. I haven't played it, but the combat looks absolutely fantastic. You can still make those type of Final Fantasies, but you need, for your core hardcore Final Fantasy, you need to go back to the root. This game showed, and see, it's the same thing with Persona. Persona did the same thing, but this is taking this to another level because Persona don't even look like this, right? Persona is dark and is cool and it's great, but Persona don't look like this. This game is absolutely stunning. It is gorgeous. The character models you care about, the characters, you care about them. You want to know more about the backstories, the sadness of this stuff. And then when you find out the whole plot of the game, it's real trippy, but it's like, there was love and thought put into this game, and it's only $50. While we have other people that's coming telling us that, this game right here is like, you can make it happen to pay $80. They're saying, man, just try this game, please. Give it a shot. This is our baby. We put a lot of love and care. We wanted to really put effort behind it. It's not what would be considered a AAA game. Man, this game didn't have to be a AAA to sit there and to move you and to get you locked in. And I know that there's people that say they don't like turn-based, but there's so much cool shit to do in this game, especially when you know how to use the pintos and then just the weapon variation. Like, this game is so deep and rich. It is great. Okay, so Fahim, what you said, this is where we disagree. Okay, where would you disagree? Even action-based Final Fantasy smokes this game. No, okay, man. You about to make me cuss badly. Hell no. This game, I played this game and beat this. I still got to finish beating Final Fantasy VII remakes. Voice acting in Final Fantasy VII Remake is okay. This is a point that I made right here, right? Combat is solid, right? On the remakes. Not trying to take anything away from them. No, combat is solid. But this is the thing that I noticed, that this was a breath of fresh air for me. Like, I played so many JRPGs that I'm used to it until it's something that's cringeworthy, which I've talked about Barrett. Barrett is very cringeworthy to me. Very cringeworthy. Maybe I need to try to fast forward this point. What am I doing with that? That's a whole thing. Yeah. Hold on, let me fast forward that. Okay. All right, let me fast forward that. Okay, let me put in another clip then. That was something that you people weren't expecting. So let me go here. Let me go here. Oh yeah, let's go here. Let's go. All right. Anyway. Oh no, I can't show this. This is oh no, I can't do that. That's taking away plot. I'm tripping. Sorry about that, people. I damn sure can't show that. Oh my goodness. That whole situation was bad. I can't do that. Anyway, all right. So this is my thing. Combat is great. I'm not trying to take away the combat in the remakes are bad. They're not. But storytelling, voice acting, it's not on Expedition's level. It's not. And you know what? Like I played so many JRPGs, you get used to it until there's some things that just piss you off, and you're like, ugh. Like I talk about like Barrett. But the cheesiness with Eastern RPGs gets kind of old. You know what I'm saying? They get kind of old. I'm not going to lie to you. They get kind of old. And this was a breath of fresh air because the goofiest thing in this game was SK. And SK wasn't bad. And I thought SK was actually kind of fun, to be honest with you. I thought he was kind of fun. I can tolerate fun, goofy certain points, but this game was serious. This is why there should be more Western games like this, to where you could definitely have a different feel, a different vibe. See, I can play both ends of it, but it's just the one level. But that's the thing where I'm saying that Final Fantasy is putting on notice on this, because voice acting was well. The story is deep and intense, and you feel from even when you go to find the logs from the other expedition people, like the dire situations that they're going through, like this, it's just on another scale, in my opinion, than the remakes. Now again, like I have to finish the remakes to give me a final. But when you're just going off of playing Metaphor and beating Metaphor, this Expedition is better than Metaphor. And that's another turn-based game. I love Metaphor, but this is better. This is cheaper. It looks better too. So I don't know, man. This game put a lot of games on notice. It put a lot of games on notice. I need more of this. It's very adult oriented. It's serious. It you know what I'm saying? Like this game was tough, man. This game was real. You know what I'm saying? The old school people say tough, you know, when they're saying that's a good thing. This shit was live. It was fantastic. I loved it. Right, Sapo. In the original, Barrett wasn't comedy relief in the game. He wasn't in the regular Final. Like that's why I was so disgusted. That's what made I just was like, what are we doing? Why would and I know that the voice actor is a black man who voiced him, but did he do that himself to sound like a parody? Like it just made me feel. It just made me just tired. Like ugh. Because I'm trying to get through the dial. I'm trying to get to understand what's going on. What the hell Sephiroth doing here? What is this? An alternate unit? What the hell is going on? And all this. And I keep hearing, well, you're for the and you gonna listen to me. What? Man, this ain't no 70s this ain't no 80s Sylvester Stallone movie. What are we doing? What? Anyway. So, and then he's always angry and fidget and just cranky and like, what is going on? Like, he's over here starting arguments on the train. Like, just mind your damn business. Y'all just blew up some shit. Just be quiet, stay low. You over here, but you gotta say that's important. Oh my God. No, no. And like, you've heard me brag about, he said Mexican representation in Bleach. Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, they so out of touch with some shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying, don't get this twisted like I'm trying to, because this game is so good that I'm now bashing all JRPGs, because I'm not. Because a game like Xenogears and Legend of Legaia and stuff, those games like that, and the original Final Fantasy X, and they will always be the creme de la cremes to me. But when you go, you know what I'm saying, and even with the boy band, there was more serious shit with the boy band in Final Fantasy 15. Like there's always going to be goofiness in Eastern games, you know, with all this. And I get that, but then there's just certain things that's just like, hold up, wait. They're doing this, and this feels different. Like, I mean, like the big dudes right there with the mask over their face, they were comic relief. But they weren't over the top. Like sometimes the over the top is what, it's like, wait a minute. So that's what I'm saying. The game's affordable. The story is fantastic. It has it's very, 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 it's just very refreshing. It was refreshing all the way around, and it puts this notion out here. Yeah. Okay. So you're telling me that these games need to be $80, but this game right here is $50. And this could be the potential game of the year. Now, there's still plenty of other games out there. And yes, I still feel that South of Midnight should be a nominee as well. I don't think South of Midnight will win it, of course. But this game right here, Expedition, should definitely be in the front runner right now as we speak. And like I said, I still got to beat Shadows, but I know that they're not going to put Shadows anywhere near Game of the Year. But Assassin's Creed Shadows. But for what I've been playing of that, that's been solid. That's been solid as well. But yeah, no, there's plenty of other games out there. But you can't sit there and come talking to me about like, well, and I don't know what D2 is going to be like when I'm Death Stranding 2. I don't know how. I know that that's going to be wild, but hold up. Is that story going to be understandable? Because me seeing dudes in mech suits with guitars riffing and electricity fighting, the scene looked cool as shit, but that looked very confusing. Expedition 33 wasn't meant to be confusing. It was very, very letting you know it's some bad shit going on around here in this place. And it's dire. And then when you get further in the game, you understand how much dire it is. And it's just different. It's different. What's up with you, Yobi? Yes, Yobi. Here we go. I'm finna call you, brother, because I'm finna call you to let you know so we can set up to when we gonna do fight night. I'm gonna do fight night Thursday after the Thunder game, Thursday night. I don't know how I'll feel, even if I'm happy or sad, but regardless, you know what I'm saying? Tonight, the Thunder plays tonight. A little nervous about this series, but I mean, whatever happens, I just wanted the Thunder to get past the Nuggets. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think that this would be the year that they would win a championship, but now it's all set up right there. And if they can get past the T-Wolves, I'm sorry, Knicks fans, and I'm sorry, Pacers fans, but whoever's winning out of this series between the Thunder or the T-Wolves, they're going to win the championship. I just don't think that I don't think they have enough. The Knicks is not deep enough, and the Pacers don't have the level of defense to stop a team there, because the Pacers are deep, but they just don't play defense like that. So that's just my opinion on that. But you know, it's still Thunder up. Let's go. Thunder up, baby. And let's see what we do in game one. Yeah. But I'm gonna give you a call so we can see whenever you're free, because I know you started a new job and everything. Because Thursday I'm finally going to be doing fight night. It's really going to happen this time, and then we're going to sit there and get the schedule going for fight night going forward. So, but anyway, you said 54 million damage and a slice attack, brother. Listen, it's wild out there. It's wild in these streets. It's wild in these streets. It's wild in these gaming streets out here with these people. Like I mean, look at this game. This game is just pure beauty, just stunning. There was times I was like, golly, this is not AAA. This is just, and it shows the power of what you can do with Unreal Engine 5, because I think that's what they use on this. What's to come? But this game is a franchise. There's no question. This game kicked off. I don't know how it will be a franchise. We'll see, but they got to bring more of this. They got to in some way, shape, or form. So we'll see. But I definitely And like I believe somebody else said, it's not broken. It plays fine. So yeah, and I don't know why you disagree with me in saying that the Final Fantasy franchise is put on notice. This game puts Final Fantasy on notice. Hell, Persona in the last couple of years has put, or I should say, Atlas has put Final Fantasy on notice. Metaphor is not a bad game at all. Metaphor is tough. Metaphor is good, damn good. You know, there was some issues that I had of going against the main character, the main villain, goddamn a million times. But other than that, the game was great. But this is better. This, in my opinion, Expedition 33 is better than Metaphor. And that's me talking about me beating both games. So yeah, I just think that this thing here was put. There was so much love and dedication put into this game. It was wild. It's just wild to just play a game like this, and then you know, because where you could tell where they were limited at, like, you know, just some of the atmosphere on certain points, running animation, stuff like that, and some things. But then the things that they really knew that they wanted to hone in with their budget, you see it, and it was crafted so beautifully. Like that open world sequence that you saw earlier, where you go and you can go to different parts of the world when you get out of a level. Man, that's so original and cool. Like, I mean, it's not original because it's been done, but we've never seen it in 3D like that. And then just like everything else, like, I don't know, man, just great. Like I said, the goofiest thing in this game was SK, and SK was acceptable. I could be cool with SK. SK was fun as hell at some points. He made me laugh, especially if there was when it got real dark. So anyway, you said it's New York's year. You think it's New York's year? I mean, New York could definitely get to the finals. I just don't see them beating the Thunder or beating the T-Wolves. I just don't see it. We said 4 to 5 p.m. I get off my second job. I'll be ready. Let me know, bro. Okay. Yeah, it'll be later on that night because the Thunder game will most likely be around 7:30 or something like that. So it'll still be in OKC. So yeah, it'll be about 7:30. So it'll be done about 10. So we can sit there and we can get busy right after the game. So, and you said sadly you can't tell them the reason for this art style because it will spoil the story. Right, Sekiro. Yeah, I can't because the story is really, really insane. It's really insane. The reason for the art style would definitely tell the story, and that is probably the most like holy moly moment in the game. And there's a lot of holy moly moments in this game. Now another thing too that I gotta get off my chest on this as well before I get out of here is can some of these freakazoids stop liking the young looking chicks? Because I mean, listen, you got Luna and then you got I don't know how to pronounce the other girl's name. Luna was the one that I had the hots for. I thought Luna was the one was mine. But her Skill, I like how you say her name anyway. But yeah. But I'm like, with these freakazoids is over here liking the teenager. Like, what are y'all doing? Man, what? That's a little girl. Look at these grown ass women sitting here, man. Look, she got green eyes and shit. What's up? But you know, Luna was my girl. I like Luna. Like, man, these freakazoids out here, man, let me get them. Oh, they got a statue of the young girl. What? Man, what are you talking about? Man, you better be 19, 20, talking like that. You better not be my age over here talking about I want the statue of the preteen. I mean, not the preteen, of the teenager. Bro, what? What? Y'all gotta stop this. Stop it now. There's two grown-ass women right there next to her. Two grown-ass women right there. And y'all over here talking about the young one. Yeah, y'all, man, I tell y'all, boy. Some of y'all, man, Lord have mercy. Anyway, let's see, sadly, yeah, and the next game should be about the writers. Yes, yeah, because See, I don't want to. I can't do no spoilers, but yeah, I want to know more about what's going on here. I want to know what's happening, because boy, when you find out about what's happening and what's happening, but see, I got to go back through the second. I got to do the second playthrough so I can know the other ending, because because you are conflicted. This is the one thing about this game. It puts you in some compromising positions. Not so much during the game, because you got to deal with all the wackiness, I should say wackiness, all the tragedy that's happening around you, right? But then when you get to that end game part, there's a choice, and that choice is it's something that you got to like, holy shit, really? It's got to go down like this, and then so I got to know what the other side will be like. So. And most likely, I'm wondering if that would be the better ending, which I don't think any of the other endings is a good ending. Honestly, that's kind of like how this game is kind of structured. So let me read some of this. It says, denial is the typical human response. Yes, it says maybe Final Fantasy may be great, but it's not Expedition 33. Yeah, bro, that's it. Like, he says the next game from Sandfall would be Blackjack Expedition to Harlem. Stop it. Stop it, featuring Barrett. Featuring Final Fantasy's Barrett. Welcome to Harlem. You come on down here and we can say Harlem out here. I can't, boy. I can't do it. I can't do it with I can't do it with that voice actor. Oh my God. Anyway, he said, denial. Anyway, he says Expedition 33 is not Final Fantasy. It is not Final Fantasy. But man, listen, Final Fantasy, the combat is sweet. And this is the thing that I'm trying to say, but everything in what Square Enix is doing is all action based, and they need to go back to the roots. This is why I say this puts Final Fantasy on notice, because a lot of people, and this goes to the media as well. This is what I said a few weeks back. I said the media was trying to force this narrative of saying, oh yeah, you can't, blah 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 this, blah 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 that. You can't like turn-based. Turn-based is boring. You need more action back than this and that. And people ran with it, saying that, following that. There was content creators that were saying that garbage. And then it was like, yo, what? What are you talking about? That don't make no sense. Like, some of the best games ever made were turn-based. So there's a space for it. And then people got to play for some of the Xbox gamers out there who was listening to Xbox content creators that was telling you that turn-based was this and that, and I would fight that. I'm like, no, those some damn good games. Those games are not trash or not stupid or whatever the case may be. Anyway, so when it all got boiled down, and then people got a chance to start finally playing Persona, then attitudes started to change. And then now you look at this type of game here, and now the media is over here trying to praise it. Y'all been sitting here talking about turn-based has been trashed for the last decade. So make up your mind. You sit there and they've been saying that to the public forever. And so now you look at this, turn-based is important. And so the people from Square Enix was like, well, if turn-based is trash, then let's get away. And still to this day, Final Fantasy 15 is the best-selling game out of all the Final Fantasies that released after it. All Square Enix games that's in that, from Final Fantasy 16 to Forspoken to the Final Fantasy remakes, Final Fantasy 15 is still and Final Fantasy 15 is not a turn-based game, but it had still kind of turn-based elements in it. That's as far as they should have gone with it, in my opinion, honestly. And then what you should have done with, in my opinion, I'm not, I'm just here giving my opinion. Like I said, my thoughts. Then if you want to make a Forspoken or a Final Fantasy 16, don't put Final Fantasy 16 on it. Just call it like Forspoken and have that combat in there, because Forspoken's combat is top notch. It is some of the best combat from any Square Enix game, honestly. Now, like I said, I haven't played Final Fantasy 16, but Forspoken's combat is outstanding. But when you play Expedition, and you just realize, you know what, turn-based, I never have a problem with turn-based, right? The problem is, though, is that it works. It's that it just works. It fits perfectly into this game, and it shows that, yeah, Final Fantasy, you can still do this. And then since you have your game's budgets are way bigger than this game, again, it has to be, yeah, and I was trying to figure out how to kill this goddamn turtle. I figured it out, but it took me a minute. But it's just one of these things. It's like, you can do both. You don't have to keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And then what you have fatigue. And I think that's what's happened to the Final Fantasy series. I mean, to just Square Enix games, is that there's this fatigue. Okay, so Final Fantasy, if you want to have remake to be this action, the way it's playing, that's fine. Well, if you got Forspoken, that was fine. But then you got another game, Final Fantasy 16, that should have been turn-based. You should have put that combat from Final Fantasy in my opinion, from Forspoken and put that in one of the characters in Final Fantasy remake, and take whatever that's the combat from Final Fantasy 16 and put that on another character, in my opinion. You know what I mean? But listen, they did what they did. Hey, it is what it is. I just say that this game puts them on notes. So that's my thing. Shiel? Is that how you say her name? Sekiro? Shiel? Okay. Shiel. Yeah, because I was trying to how the hell you pronounce her name? I don't know. But anyway. But yeah. She's tough though. Man, once you know how to use her cards and stuff, she's cold, bruh. She's badass. She's badass, but she's tough. She's real tough. Them cards, man, she come out to be probably one of the most dangerous characters in the game to play with. Because, man, once you get them cards going, put them dark arts on their ass, man, putting them fortunes on, boy. Man, she's been a lifesaver on a lot of fights. So, very good game. Very good game. Anyway. It says not a freakazoid. Yeah, bro. There's a lot of freakazoids out there, man. Like, they're out there, man, over here fiending over that young ass girl. Like, what y'all doing? What y'all doing? Stop it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man, that girl tender. What are you doing? Stop that. I want a poster of her. Oh, it's standing up, man. Can we have? There was one message when I seen the poster. It's a nice looking poster. I mean, not poster, but it's a nice looking statue. It looks great. But then there was one person there was a couple of people in there, and then they had a whole bunch of likes, which made it even more creepy. That was like, well, they need to have one where you can have different clothes put on her. Like where she's wearing her bikini. What? Here. Stop it. Man. Anyway. Yeah. That's how exactly that face I made. When I was reading them comments, I was like, what? Put her in because I did one of those missions and she does get a gold bikini or whatever. And I'm like, ain't no way. I don't know, man. Listen. ain't no way. Sekiro says, but she is the one shotter. Yeah, she is. Yeah, the Nelly fetish is out. Yeah, it's way out of control. She's a great character. Like, I love her character. get me wrong, but I'm like, hold up, man, there's two grown ass women right there next to her. Like, man, what you talking about? You can't look at Luna? Like, I'm like, Luna, that's the one right there. That's the bae. You know what I'm saying? I like that one when you get the hairdo with her with the braid on the side, like, ooh, and then I had it to where her hair was short, but I was like, girl, and I put on that black leather on her, like, let's go. Anyway, said that girl with the hair shoes off that can fly is cute. He said the girl with her shoes off. Oh yeah, that's Luna. That's the one. Yeah, yeah. That's the one I like. Yeah, Luna. That's the one I like. Yeah, the one with magic. Yeah, she's tough. That's the one I like. You said I'll do the other ending on new game mode. Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm going to. I'm just going to stream it. I'm gonna, because like I said, I got all this recorded from me going through the game or whatever. But I was like, oh man, I don't want to spoil it. So yeah, Richili said Persona brought turn-based back to the mainstream, just like XCOM brought back the tactical turn-based back to mainstream. Yeah, it's like like there was one thing. Like I know that people that was saying that they couldn't get into Midnight Suns. Well, because the way it was turn-based like that, man, that game, it made it more enjoyable, in my opinion. It made it so fun, man. The combos that you could set up, man, and the strategy, and also just the story. The one thing that, it just didn't have the budget, but it didn't matter because their story was so damn good. So, and it's unfortunate because I don't think that they'll do a sequel to that game, which... if they did do the sequel, it was setting up. Dr. Doom was ready to come on through. It was, man, it was nice. It was nice. It was real nice. It was real nice. Yeah, I figured. Yeah, I know. There was my first. This is my gameplay to where I just show it. I don't edit nothing. And I had to figure it out. I was like, how am I gonna beat that damn turtle? And I was like, yeah. And then you see that I got past the turtle. Now these mimes, I don't know how many. I don't know if I got all. I think I got all the outfits for the mimes. I think I do, but these damn mimes, they're creepy. But every time I see them, I gotta fight them. Because I mean, if I seen something like that in real life, I am not dare coming near it. So yes. Anyway, you said I hate weeb haters. They ruin Xbox, and yes, I hate the weeb haters as well. I can't stand them either. Like I'm just like, what are you talking about? I'm so glad Xbox brought those games back. I mean, brought those games to Xbox. Like people get to understand that bastard with that hammer, bro. that hammer. That was one of the hardest things to ever parry. I a few times when I fought other ones, or maybe when I figured out how to block it, how to block them all. But yeah, no, I just usually dodge them. But they're pretty damn hard to parry. So anyway, Tales of Arise was really good too for an RPG with its own turn-based twist to it. Yes. Tales of Arise was fantastic. That and the DLC. The DLC was I liked all the extra stuff that you got into the DLC. That character was wild. I thought that was going to be an extra character you could fight with, but then you come to find out, I was just like, damn. But yeah, it was good stuff. Final Fantasy 16 was fire. No, I'm not trying to say I haven't played Final Fantasy 16. You know the reason why I haven't played Final Fantasy 16. So what do I want to play it? Absolutely. But I gotta, I'm saying the only way that I play is if it's gifted or if it's Game Pass or if it pops up on Humble Bumble through the Gamer's Choice or something like that. I'm not paying no money for it. I'm just not. I'm not. And I want to play it. There ain't no question about it, but I just won't. The action point system. Yes. I just the things within like Midnight Suns that like I'm like, man, it worked so well because it was a card system and the points with the cards. But once you got it all together, the cool stuff you could do, it is just such a fun game loop. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I like things that are challenging like that, in the sense of, makes you think about what you're going to do. That's why that's why I like turn-based games so much. It's because it's like the strategy of it is, because when the enemy that you go against is powerful enough, or just really strong or whatever, and you got to put up a strategy, especially when shit get critical, you like, yo, hold up, and then you gotta really challenge yourself. It's not that you could just press buttons out of it to just get out of it. I don't know. He said, whatever I meant. He said, oh, you talking to Chili. Let's keep going. He said, I didn't play 16. I stopped supporting Square. Yeah, it's fine to complain about skips, but if it starts to sound whiny and whatnot, then you know how people will get. Yes, that is true. He said, seeing Super Dude. He said, Super Dude, extraordinaire freakazoids, bro. She is good as well as, yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Shiel, I think that's what he said. Shiel, she's probably the more powerful one if you can use those cards and that phantom, whatever. I forget what that thing is, where you get all the enemies at once and put it all together. It works well. It works real well. But y'all, the old girl, she gets. By the time I got her to the end game, the young girl, she was deadly. That's why I had her in the back. Like, she was in. I had the team of 3, and then I had the team of 2, and I have usually my strongest in the back 2. That would, I would let the front take care of business, pepper them up. Salt and pepper them up, and then I go ahead and then finish them off with the back 2. But she would always usually be the last of the team, because when she got to a point, like, she got real cold. So, especially with her different stances. You said, I have zero shame. This one pony was trying to shame me about liking visual novels lately, and I'm just thinking to myself, this boy ain't seen my Steam profile. Right. Yes, Curie. Let you cook. It's how you build your characters and balance them out, and balance out your stats. Yes, Midnight Suns was so damn fire. Midnight Suns, I still got to finish those DLCs. I never went back to finish those DLCs. Yeah, see, I was still trying to parry, and I just couldn't. And then I come to the realization, like, you know what? I'm just going to dodge, and I'll figure it out later. And I still had problems with still trying to figure out that damn hammer sequence to parry. You said, I'm getting that on PC. You said, I'm a tactical fan, but hated Midnight Suns. My avatar is a sick toy. What? You hated Midnight Suns? Unbelievable. Why you didn't like Midnight Suns, Richili? Oh. Let's see. You asked me, was I scared of mimes? Just those moms. Those moms are creepy. Look at that thing. Look at them big ass hands. And look how it's just standing there. It's just, and then it makes a little noise, and they got that little goofy music and shit in the background. And then they tough. Yeah, no. Look at that. Like, man, you just sitting there with them big ass hands standing there. No, man, I'm turning the other way. I'm not scared of mimes, of, like, in reality, but this I'm going, we in a cave and there's a big ass mime there. Nah, son. There's a big ass robotic mime. Nope, want no part of it. Yeah, let's see. You still got to beat Tales. Yeah, Tales is good, man. Tales of Arise is really, really good. Good quality game. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't have a problem with those type of with action, because it does have its own kind of its own style with it, because it's action plus turn based in a way. It's in a sense. It's I like that loop. That loop is really cool. But I'm just talking about with Final Fantasy. You need to bring back turn-based. You need to bring some turn-based back. You could keep some other games with the action, but you need some turn-based. So anyway. Oh man, I'm just reading these comments before I get out of here. It says, K-Maker, did you play Guardians of the Galaxy? Yes, Guardians of the Galaxy was really, really good. I thought that was a fantastic game. I posted gameplay of Guardians of the Galaxy. The problem is that you probably have to go look for it in my list because I didn't edit no music out of it and everything. So it got flagged to where it's like, well, you can't get no monetization for this. And I knew I wouldn't because of the fact of the music and all that. But I showed my playthrough of it. Yeah, really fun game. I was thoroughly surprised. I did not think that Guardians of the Galaxy was going to be that good. It was fantastic. It was a really good game. And it was unfortunate because it's like, why is this game not up for any awards? I mean, music was fantastic. Voice acting was great. The action in the game was good. Like it really, like when you, especially how it worked without having the real voice actors from Guardians of the Galaxy from movies. And these people nailed it. Like they kicked ass. It was really, really good. They said, tell the story again. No, I'm not telling the story, bro. I'm not telling the story. I said, yeah, K-Maker, tell me the mime story. No, I'm not telling you the mime. Stop it. No, there's no mime story. You're just not dealing with no mimes. I don't like no mimes, bro. I don't like them. I can't say I don't like them. I'm just saying that thing right there. You know what I'm saying? But you see, I'm breaking it down. I'm going to kill it, but I'm going to get out of here before I kill it. Maybe I'll fast forward so you see me kill it. Let's go. Let's fast forward to let me sit there. Yeah. Yeah. Check it out. Let's go. Let's go. Look at you. Boop, boop. You about to go. I'm about to send your ass to Valhalla. There you go. There you go. Let me see. Just take that nasty thing out of there. Anyway, all right. He said you should have used that overcharge to break him. Yeah, there were still things that I needed to learn within the game. I told that clown story. I'm not telling no clown stories, Yobi. No. You might have to catch me on a fight night sometime when I'm in the mood to telling stories. I'm not telling no stories about no clowns. You leave that be, sucker. Anyway, you leave that be. All right, guys. See, yep, Yobi's already causing problems. I'll give you a call, Yobi, here tomorrow. Matter of fact, it's like I was saying, I'm finna go and try to reach out to some of the GRG brothers and sisters and see if they want to join me for the Xbox Live events coming out here on the 8th. I really wish I could have been to FanFest, but like I said, I had a procedure to take care of. They got to take care of, and so I couldn't make it. I can't be taking no plane after getting some surgery, so I couldn't be doing that. So I have to. So I hate that I couldn't join that. Really wish I could. But anyway, I'm going to try to get in touch with my GRG brothers and sisters and see who wants to come on and have a little get together. See if that's going to be good for the fan base out there to come and that keeps asking for GRG. So we'll do that. Maybe I'll do something like that every once in a while. It's like if some kind of event or something like that, call in on the team and see if they want to join and participate into those type of things. But because Viper called me about it, and I was like, you know what? All right, yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. So I'll get in touch with Sir X-Man and Ham and all the rest of them, and see if we hit them up. Yobi, I'll sit there and see if you down for it or whatever. So see if maybe hit up Xbot, see if he wants to make a scene or whatever. So yeah, the Xbox showcase is June 8th, so that's a Sunday, and so I believe so that we'll be doing that. We'll be doing a live stream. It'll be my first time ever doing that. So of course, since it's always a first for me, I'm always going to mess something up. So just for that reason, just to come and check us out and have a good time and listen to us cackle and act wild as usual. That will be entertaining. So anyway, like I said, I'm going to start getting back on the schedule. I know I've been saying that, but I explained all that at the beginning of the stream, and that we're going to be working on that schedule. Fight night's finally going to really come back Thursday for sure. No lies. No, death is the only thing that's going to stop me from doing fight night. So, and then hopefully we'll be ready to get to doing it on Sundays, and then I can get back to doing fight night on multiple days a week, and and then do my thoughts on the day. So I say I'm going to do that, and then just do streaming and try to get back to doing the content thing on a regular basis, to where you see my big head more often. So y'all can enjoy. We can discuss and do all that, man, because I do love this. It's just that, you know, life's just kind of crazy, and you got to take care of business first, and then let things settle in. So anyway, all right, guys, everybody have a good one. I will see you guys here for the next one. We will do we'll see what kind of big games, what something that's worth talking about. If it's something worth talking about tomorrow, then we'll do my thoughts. I'll post it. You'll see it. If not, then we'll do my thoughts Thursday, and then we'll just have something to listen to me rant and complain about. So, all right, guys, everybody have a good one. Peace. Thank y'all for coming through. See y'all later.